I found this SK3870 3/8 drive Roto-Ratchet at a yard sale. I thought the design was interesting. It was in pretty decent shape. It looked like it just needed a good cleaning. The dirt was really packed into this groove. I don't know if the stuff was dry grease or actual dirt, but it put up a fight. Luckily, the screw came out easily. Look at all the junk that came out of that groove. I used a piece of wood shim stock to pry the groove open enough to get the head out. I resorted to a pocket knife to scrape out more of that brown stuff. I learned from previous experience to make sure this groove is clear of debris before attempting to compress the retaining ring. I ended up using my vise as a second set of hands to help me get the retaining ring out. This was the first time I had an SK ratchet apart. The inner workings were different than the other ratchets I've worked on. This gizmo looked like it wanted to stay together. I used mineral spirits to clean the parts. That groove was particularly challenging to get clean. Here's all the parts cleaned up. I lubed the gizmo with some non-detergent 30 weight. I thought oil would have a better chance seeping into the inner workings compared to grease. I'm not going to lie, getting that retaining ring back into its groove was challenging. The vise came in handy again. If I was going to work on a lot of these, I would probably modify a pair of needle nose pliers to more securely hold on to the ends of the retaining ring. While I was at the vise, I gave the ball detent some oil. I used the wood shim again to help me install the ratchet head. Then I reinstalled the clamping screw. Chuck insisted we polish the ratchet with our flits. It seemed unnecessary, but I didn't want to argue with him. Here's what the SK3870 Roto-Ratchet looked like when I brought it home from the yard sale. And here it is, cleaned and lubed. Ah! Oh yeah, and polished, and ready to use. SK stands for Sherman Clove. Mason Sherman and Noah Clove started the company in 1916, making screw machine products like cap screws and nuts. The SK Tools division was formed in 1932, focusing on ratchet wrenches and socket sets. SK formed an alliance with Electrolyte in the early 1950s. Electrolyte added their wrenches to SK's ratchet and socket sets. SK was purchased by Symington Wayne in 1962. By 1964, tools were being marked SK Wayne. Dresser Industries acquired SK in 1968. Dresser also owned Kreuter at the time. SK was sold off again in 1985 to a French company, Facom. In 2005, the company was purchased by its own management, but declared bankruptcy in 2010 and was acquired by Ideal Industries. SK is now owned by Great Star Industrial, who also owns Shopvac, Arrow, Miller's Falls, and Pony Jorgensen. The patent for the Roto-Ratchet was awarded in 1961. Alright, let's give this thing a test drive. I guess the nice thing about this kind of head is you can sort of start things like a screwdriver. And then when it gets tight, yeah, see, now you can do the ratchet action. Now I guess you can come over here if it's better. And then, let's see, loosen. Okay. And go back to the sort of screwdriver action. Yeah, it's pretty handy. This ratchet has a cool design. I can see where the swivel head would be useful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I also had this SK Wayne 45170 3/8 drive ratchet. The patent number goes back to 1941. The ratchet mechanism seems to be identical to the one in the Roto-Ratchet. Here it is, cleaned, lubed, and reassembled. I got this one back together a little easier, having gained experience on the Roto-Ratchet. I guess we'll give this one a try too. Seems to work good.